Yes, we are live. Good morning. Good morning from California. Good evening from Ireland. And we welcome you to another broadcast from this platform. My name is Ifoma Ifanyezuku. I am a wife, a mom of three lovely children. I am an online entrepreneur. I'm also a Nigerian, originally born and raised in Nigeria, and I live in the United States with my family. With me today is Vera, as you all know. I'm sure you all know her from Ireland. We are here once again. Today is just the two of us. Most of our partners have one engagement or the other. So today we're here to talk about time management. But before we start, I want to say in advance, welcome to all those who are going to be viewing us during this broadcast, and those who are going to be watching us later. We also say welcome. Please make your comments and let us know where you are watching from and who is watching us so that we can acknowledge you and appreciate your time. Without wasting much of your time, I want to go straight into today's discussion. Um, like I said, today we are talking about time management. This topic is not specifically for business owners. We want to address a common thing we have seen amongst people or things we've heard amongst people who make inquiries about our business. Most times we hear something like, "Oh, I'm very busy. I can't do it. My hands are full." And we we know that this business is designed by professionals for people who are extremely busy, and that's why it is automated. That in this business, that almost everything is done for you. You have very little input into this business. So when people say, "Oh, I'm very busy, I don't have the time," I smile. I smile because my husband always, tells me when I complain about time, I have so much to do, I don't have time. He will say, "Look, there can only be 24 hours in a day. It is your responsibility to share these 24 hours to accommodate everything that you have planned to do in one day. The time cannot change. You will have to adapt to that time and fit in all that you need to do in one day." And so I wonder why all of us cannot do this. I mean, I understand that people work. You go to work 24 hours in a day. Say you work full time, you work 8 hours. You still have 16 hours, if my math is correct. You still have 16 hours of your time to do something. Let's take, for instance, you are maybe a pharmacist or a nurse that work 12 hours at a stretch. Okay, how many hours do you have left out of 24? You can still fit in a little time, 1 hour at most, to your business. Why? Because, like I said, you have very little to do in this business. It is automated, which means everything is done for you by the system. The system takes care of virtually everything. You can schedule your posts, your daily posts, schedule them ahead of the time. You can even schedule for one whole year if you want, and forget about posting. Every day and time that you have scheduled, the post will be sent out. You don't have to worry about that for one whole year anymore. If it's ad, you make an ad, 2 minutes, 5 minutes at most. You post your ad and it's there going. The system is handling it for you. You don't do ad every day. You don't have to sit down and post every minute because you have already scheduled 1 year in advance. What else can the system do for you? If there are responses, the system responds for you. If there are inquiries, yes, you will have to follow up, but the system sends responses for you. It's automated completely. So the system, the designers of this business has taken into consideration the fact that there are people like you out there who are very, very busy and may not have the time to sit down and do all the work that has to do with entrepreneurship. They have simplified entrepreneurship to such an extent that anybody, no matter how busy you are, especially in this business, can cope with no stress at all. What do you have to do to achieve this? It just, first of all, know what you want. What is your goal? When you have a goal, that's the foremost thing you need to do, have a goal. Then you sit down and plan, how do I want to attain this goal? You prioritize your task. What activities do I need so as to achieve this goal? You prioritize them. When you prioritize them, then you take them day by day. Today I am going to do this. Tomorrow I am going to do that. And you take into consideration that the fact that you have 8 hours that is not yours. So whatever you're planning is going to be outside those 8 hours when you have left work. There is no way you will not have at least 2 hours, 2 hours to put into your business. If you have 8 hours to put into somebody else's business, 2 hours is not too much for you to invest into your own, something you will call yours. Guys, there is no security in a job that does not belong to you. None. You might think, oh, I have a secure job. No job is secure. The only one that is secured is yours, because nobody is going to fire you from yours. It is yours. It has your name stamped on it. You own it, you run it, you do everything. There is nobody that is going to fire you from it. But as long as it is not yours, don't feel that comfortable that is secured. No. Even if you are the managing director of that organization, the board can get up one day and feel you're not doing good, and they tell you they no longer need your services. What do you fall back to? That is why we keep saying, do not use your job as an excuse to deny yourself of something that will become yours that in the future, and that will be that savior that you need when you are booted out of somebody else's job. So make time. There is no way you cannot make time out of 24 hours to give 1 or 2 hours to your own business, something that you are building for yourself and not for somebody else. So let me hand over to my colleague, Vera from Ireland, to also give us a little advice and tip on how to manage our time. Vera, over to you.
Thank you so much, Sister Ifoma. And yeah, in case you're watching me for the first time, my name is Vera Ugbomo, and I am originally from Nigeria. I am a mom of 6 beautiful children and a wife. We live here in Ireland, and I manage this business from the comfort of my home or anywhere this business, takes me, or my family life, takes me. Yes, time management, and as you all heard from a sister Ifoma, most of those excuses I personally gave them before I had to actually restructure my sense, my mind, my mindset on what I actually want out of life. Okay, I remember when I used to work full time, and my excuse was, oh, I am too busy for I'm too busy with my job and with my children. In fact, that was how why I wasted so much time, to even start this business. And even when after I even, registered and, became a business owner, I still took a lot of time, to focus on my business because I always assumed that I never had time. But the truth is, yes, I was very busy, and at some point I was sick. But if I sit back now and I think that if I had actually, dedicated just 1 hour, 1 hour alone to my business, I would have actually, come, further than I am, at the moment. And one of the excuses that we give is, oh, I do not have time, like Sister Ifema rightly said. But come to think of it, if you wake up in the morning and then you decide to plan your days, if you plan your day, you are going to have a more productive day than you would have if you don't plan anything. And come to think of it, do you know that people in this business who are doing so well, some of them actually operate this business at their break time? Come to think of it, what do we do at break time? Sometimes because maybe we've been working so many hours, we just want to have time to, for ourselves. But come to think of it, when I sit down at my when I used to work, when I sit down at my break time, it's just time to ask questions or maybe to talk about other things that doesn't even concern you, that's not going to yield anything to your life. So, and then I remember there's some people who are students. That is the time they will take their computer to go somewhere and do a study for that 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 1 hour. You will see them eat their food, so quick, and then focus on that. But why we will go there and just waste time on nothing? Sometimes something that we should even be discussing during work hours, we bring it to our break time and then we're discussing it. But meanwhile, if I had this business, if I had actually used those time for this business, maybe I would have done better than this. Okay, maybe you are someone who maybe you don't have that time to even do the breaks or maybe even have time from your work. But how about when you get home? For so many of us, we waste a lot of time on maybe scrolling through social media just for nothing. We would actually sit down and watch a skit that will have no value to us at all than for us to even look at something that we can do in this business. So you can actually use those times to to do this business. Because when you do come to think of it, like Sister Ifama has said, it is every single step that you take in this business, it is an investment in your own future. Because God forbid, should anything happen with your job, you have something to fall back on. And for a lot of us, we have that mindset of of course it's my job, I have to be diligent. Yes, nobody tells you not to be diligent, but in this business we have um nurses, that is nurses who are working in a very busy unit. We have engineers, we have doctors, we have pilots, we have hair hostess, we have people who are actually working so hard and long hours, who are doing this business and they are very successful at it. If I should take myself for instance, when I used to work, right? But I remember those times I never really looked at my business or anything. But after I think the first time I actually sat down to look at this business very well was when I became incapacitated, right? So this time I was really just in the bed. I couldn't do anything. That was the time I was able to look at this business and look at it properly. And I saw that, oh God, it's not even as I see it. Sometimes if I just open some of the training site, it looks like, oh my God, it's so overwhelming. But the truth is, some of the clip are just only 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and maximum you have like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. But you don't have to do it on this at a sitting. I can actually do one and come back to it because it is there for me and it is there for life. Nobody's going to go there to to shut me down because the system is already opened up for you, for life. So it was until I actually sat down to look at it, that was when I was able to look at the potentials of this business. I focused on it, and today this business has replaced my job. It has given me back the time that I thought I never really had. Now I don't even know what to do with my time, you know, because I'm not my own boss, guys. So, and it feels so great. Like I can actually believe that by this time last year that I would be completely boss free. Even when I left my job, I still went over to to work at through the agency because I thought that no, that is where life is. But guys, I tell you, you have to think. I'm not saying to you, come and be like me. I'm not saying go and leave your job. I'm just saying have this. as a side hustle. If time is your problem, come on and we'll help you, with proven system that has worked, to see how you can actually manage your time, to run this business successfully. And that's all for now, my dears. Thank you so much, Sister Ifoma.
Thank you, Vera. You have spoken so well. So, guys, if you have been using time as an excuse not to invest and build something for yourself, you can see that time can actually be used to your advantage. Like she
Yes.
said, there are so many of us who are still working. All the doctors, the nurses, the engineers, and all those professional people in this business, most of them are still doing their job full
Yeah.
time and doing this. Some of them are also in school, taking other courses, doing their job, have families, and still doing this. So, I mean, if we can do it, we are sure you can do it or even do better
Absolutely.
than we're doing. The
Yeah.
thing is in your mind. If you can change your mindset and tell yourself you are capable of doing this. I mean, those of us doing it are no better than you. We are all ordinary people like you. We were not born with silver spoon or any extra whatever strength or energy or something. No, we are just ordinary people like you, and we are doing this. I have children. When I started this business, also, I was working full time. I had kids. I was working late hours and, holidays and the rest of it. So, time is what we make of it. You can do whatever you want within the time that you have. Like my husband always say, there can only be 24 hours, and you can make that 24 hours be enough for what you want to do. So don't use time as an excuse anymore. That's what we want to tell you. Join us. This is a great business. It is legit. It is everything that you can think of. In fact, some people call it a gold mine. Not for
It
me, from
is.
some people.
Absolutely.
Some people call it a gold mine. And I mean, what else do you want? What else do you need in life if not to be comfortable? Instead of thinking of how you can make ends meet running from one job to the other every day, join us. Take any of our web addresses there, go into the website, register your name and your email. That's all we need, your name and your email. And we will be out there to bring you insight to see what we do without commitment first. Bring you insight without commitment to see what we do. If after seeing what we do, you feel you want to continue, you want to go any further, we will take it up from there. And believe me, the cost, the starting cost of this business is nothing compared to you going to open a shop or an office or anything. It is very affordable. So don't let time cost you your future. This is all we can bring for you today. We want to give thanks to everybody who is watching us or who will watch us later. We want to say thank you for giving us your time to be with us. We appreciate you. We hope you will look into what we have said today and take the step to change your situation and build a sustainable wealth for yourself and your family. Thank you so
And as
much.
a matter of fact, guys, if your problem is time, I think you should come here and get some time for yourself. That's
Yeah,
all I have to say for
exactly.
now. Thank
That
you.
is the
Yeah.
whole purpose. Yes, Fred,
Mhm.
buy back your time. Have all the time you want in the world. Yes, that's what we give also. Besides the finance, it also gives you time, that time you need. Bye bye, and have a great day.
Bye.